Most people are not even aware that the military is responsible for much of the new technologies we've seen over the last several decades. The urgency of war in seeking new weapons that can provide a strategic advantage has a way of bringing out the very best in science. Obviously, saving lives is a critical endeavor in any free society. One prime example of this is the atomic bomb during World War II. It should also be mentioned that radar was invented during wartime as well. In this video, you will learn about 8 futuristic weapons that are currently in development. These are all examples of technology seeking to gain a strategic advantage on the battlefield. Stay tuned, this is Mind Guilt. Future weapon number 1, the bio-designed synthetic organism. The creation of this project is a very bizarre one, which is currently in development by the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency. The Department of Defense has already sunk around $6 million into this project thus far, as they seem quite content on getting this invention tuned and ready for use sooner than later. In essence, they are attempting to create organisms that will live indefinitely. Obviously, the long-term goal is to eventually create humanoid-type creatures for a variety of functions. And these creatures will have molecules that are capable of resisting death itself. Future weapon number 2, Mayhem. Mayhem is an acronym that stands for, quote, Magneto-Hydrodynamic Explosive Munition, end quote. This weapon will possess the power to penetrate enemy armor, as in tanks and troop transporters, via the utilization of molten metal. This weapon will use electricity to bend metal into specific deadly forms as needed when it's fired. A person firing this weapon could adapt their attacks if the vehicle they're attacking survived one type of shot. Future weapon number 3, the free electron laser. Currently under development by the U.S. Navy, this highly sophisticated laser system will be used to intercept attacks from enemy missiles and rockets. Laser weapons enable delivery of scalable levels of energy at both tactically and strategically relevant distances during naval battle engagements. Laser weapons destroy a target either by heating the target surface to the weakening point and causing it to fail under operating stress, or by burning through the skin to destroy underlying critical components and subsystems. It can also double as a tracker and an information exchanger when there is no battle engagement. Future weapon number 4, Helots. Helots stands for, quote, High Energy Liquid Laser Area Defense System, end quote, which is a compact laser system designed to fit on aircraft to intercept and destroy incoming enemy fire. The overall goal of the Helots system program is to develop a laser weapon that is some 10 times smaller and lighter than existing lasers of similar power. This will enable tactical aircraft to defend against and defeat ground threats. With a weight goal of less than 5 kilograms per kilowatt and a volume of 3 cubic meters for the laser system, Helots will enable extremely high energy lasers on tactical aircraft, which will significantly increase engagement ranges compared to ground-based systems. Future weapon number 5, a railgun. A railgun is a device that uses electromagnetic force to launch high-velocity projectiles by means of a sliding armature that is accelerated along a pair of conductive rails. The objective of the railgun project is to achieve higher muzzle velocities than current weapons can achieve. Railguns are being researched as weapons that can use electromagnetic forces to impart a very high kinetic energy to a projectile rather than using conventional propellants. While explosive-powered military guns cannot readily achieve a muzzle velocity of more than 2 kilometers per second, Railguns can readily exceed 3 kilometers per second. Future weapon number 6, the hybrid insect MEMS. Perhaps the most futuristic and intriguing concept on this entire video is the hybrid insect MEMS, which is essentially a half-bug, half-highly intelligent robot. Created by introducing a micromechanical system to the unsuspecting insect during its early stages of metamorphosis, the bug will be programmed to perform any number of functions, the biggest of those being information gathering. The current thinking is that a cybug could be successfully created by putting an interface such as a chip into its larva. The intent in early implantation is to take advantage of natural healing mechanism that occurs across the developmental stages, theoretically improving stability and robustness of the cybug system. Future weapon number 7, the Dread Silent Weapon. This weapon system will possess the ability to fire off a ridiculous amount of 120,000 fully accurate rounds in a single minute. Now think about a gun like this that has no recoil, no sound, no heat, no gunpowder, no visible muzzle flash, and no stoppages or jams of any kind. All this means is that it cannot be spotted visually for targeting since there is no muzzle flash. It can be mounted on any type of vessel or vehicle since there is no recoil, and with its muzzle velocity it can inflict high damage on enemy units very quickly. Future weapon number 8, XM-25 Grenade Launcher. The U.S. Army's XM-25 grenade launcher, also known as the Punisher, is in final development. Using a combination of smart grenades that explode in mid-air and a laser rangefinder, the Punisher is capable of reaching and attacking enemy forces even when they're hiding behind cover. The system works this way. Say there's a target firing from a concrete doorway of a building, only exposed for a few minutes as it fires off a few rounds. Now bring in the XM-25. All a soldier needs to do is take the range to the doorway using the Punisher's laser sight. Then he can set his grenade to explode 1 meter beyond the doorway. When the soldier aims his weapon inside the doorway and pulls the trigger, the XM-25 delivers a high explosive grenade through the doorway where it will airburst 1 meter inside, destroying the target. If you learned something new from my video, then subscribe to my channel right now. Let me know which of these 8 futuristic weapons impressed you the most. Leave a comment below.